Good morning. Saturday morning. It's another adventure in Greg Runs Ultras, and today we're running from a music festival, TruckFest, by Abingdon, by Oxford, just outside Didcot, effectively, which is a 5-day music festival. Been here since Thursday. It's now Saturday morning. So last night was the Ratons, the Blossoms, and then Nothing But Thieves, and then a little bit of an early night for a music festival in preparation for heading over to Didcot parkrun. So just making my way away from the festival now. I think I've got about a 4.5-5 mile run to Didcot parkrun, and then Didcot parkrun, and then obviously the run back. So let's see how we get on. I'm going to wait for a little bit before I start running. Been to lots of music festivals over the years. This has to be the most rutted festival I've ever been to, so I don't want to sort of turn my ankle or anything. But anyway, let's see what happens, and then we can come back, cook up some breakfast, having done what's going to be close to a half marathon this morning. Alright, so we found some solid ground to run on. So let's get going. I reckon we've got 4.5 miles to Didcot parkrun. It's just 2 minutes to 8, so we should have plenty of time. Might do a bit of a walk-run strategy this morning, just to take it easy. And check in with you in a bit. So this looks a bit sketchy. Never like running on roads like this, let alone ones I don't know. But thankfully I think I'm only on it for 400 metres. Just really be running into the traffic, so on the other side of the road. But with that blind corner, I'm staying over this side. Now I can see it's clear. Back over again. And yeah, going all right. Everything feels tired, but I think you'd expect that even if you weren't running. It's third day at a music festival. Garmin's just given me a +1 performance rating though, so I'll take that today. So I'm on Abingdon Road, which isn't the only road to Abingdon I'm doing just at this moment in time. So Abingdon Marathon takes place mid-October. I've got myself a little entry for that. So and then the week after that, Snowdonia Marathon again. So I've been a bit quiet on YouTube. Essentially life sometimes gets in the way. I'm doing a part-time MBA, and I had a few assignments that needed doing, so I've banged those out. I've got another sort of 3 months until the end of the modules, so sometimes that needs to take priority. And then obviously kids and music is a big thing over the summer. I'm a bit of a festival gig goer, so if you tuned in a couple of weeks ago, you would have seen I went to one of the Oasis gigs at Heaton Park in Manchester. The other week I was watching Pete Doherty and Ocean Colour Scene, and this weekend I'm actually at TruckFest. So, and then there's a few more gigs coming up, etc., and a holiday, a family holiday. So sometimes running takes the back seat. One thing that definitely doesn't mix well is music, drink and running, especially on a Friday night into Saturday morning. But feeling okay today. I was really happy a minute ago in that it's all been downhill, just a gentle down flat, if you will. Quite a nice way to start running. Problem is I need to come back this way in about 7 or 8 miles time, so I don't think that'll be quite as much fun. Okay, getting there slowly but surely. I think we're going to be early for parkrun for once. So it's not been the most scenic route this morning, but it's probably what I called for. Not really knowing where I am. The last thing I wanted to be doing was navigating country lanes and footpaths, etc. So this has been pretty much a straight road. It's getting a bit boring now. Running along a cycle path, much like this one, next to sort of dual carriageway and single carriageway, but we're 1.4 miles away from Didcot parkrun. So let's just keep making our way along this road, shall we? Though change the scenery would be nice. 8:30, plenty of time. Still reckons we'll get there for 8:45, 8:50. Trying to slow things down. Heart rate's maybe a bit higher than I'd want it to be, only by a couple of beats, but it's quite a warm day, so I think that's probably a big factor. And then likewise, I haven't really been eating or drinking properly for the last 3 or 4 days, so that's probably another significant factor. We'll take whatever we can get today. So that's us, we've made it. Didcot parkrun. I've done no research on it at all. Don't even know if it's Didcot Park or anything else, but nice big sign for Lady Grove there. Always helpful. I saw someone in a 100 parkrun t-shirt. I was making my way along here, so fairly confident I was heading in the right direction. I've no idea if this is a 1 lap, 2 lap, 16 lap. Judging by some cones on the floor, it's going to be on grassy terrain for at least much of it, some of it. So
from Truck Festival. Very good. I'm glad to see you up this early in the morning.
alright, that's Didcot parkrun done. Nice little parkrun, a bit strange. It was 3 quite small loops of a park, so you didn't feel like you were clocking up very much mileage, and you did have to ask someone. Fortunately they were a run director that was running alongside me of how many laps do we actually have to do, because the miles weren't clocking up. So 3 laps, very small park, a bit of concrete, bit of grass, and then basically on your 3rd time round you pull off to the left. And I thought, oh, maybe that's into the finishing straight, it will be quite close together. That finishing straight was, I reckon, about a mile long. So I went for it a bit early, and I thought, well, I've gone for it now, I'll cling on. And then we rounded the corner, and you still couldn't see the finish. And yeah, it was a bit of a slog at the end to keep it going, but I did keep it going. I think the last mile was sort of 8:20, 8:30 kind of pace type thing, so happy with that. I'm not happy I'm now 4.5 miles away from TruckFest. I think I need some water to hydrate, so this might be a bit of a walk run back to the thing. There is a shuttle bus that I can pay, and that does sound quite tempting, to be honest with you. I've no idea where I am because the finish is at a different place to the start. Now I need to sort of figure out that I'm not walking the wrong way. And the last really interesting thing was there was a shout out at the start. I think I caught it on camera. You know, hands up everyone who's from TruckFest, and I reckon 50% of the field was from TruckFest, so fair play everyone who managed to get up this morning. 2 lads took my photo at the start. They were moshing to Nothing But Thieves last night, and they're saying they were a bit broken, not from alcohol, but their bodies were hurting. They're young lads, they looked 18, 19, so they must have been having a whale of a time. So good to meet them this morning. Right, let's make our way back to this festival. and that's us back. Spotted a Costa coffee sort of about half a mile into the run this morning, so I eyeballed that on the way back, so did quite a bit of running on the way back, I guess. Much leisurely pace, taking it really easy. So it was 4.5 miles there. Not the most beautiful of runs, but got us there nonetheless. Didcot parkrun was obviously the 5k. Just wait for this car to go by. So Didcot parkrun was then the 5k, obviously with 3 laps around that small playing field, and then that long finish line. I reckon it was at least a mile, could have been even longer. It'd be interesting to have a look when I get back. But nice friendly parkrun. Heard someone saying that they got the same time last week, but they finished massively down on their position number. Can't help but think there might be a few fast young TruckFesters that ended up going to parkrun this morning and maybe felt a bit fresher than most festival goers. So, and then I don't know, I did about 3 miles back, I think, and then spotted that Costa coffee, so about 3 miles back, 3.5 at a push, 10.5 miles in total for the morning, and I'll take that. Happy days. Feeling quite fresh now, actually. Obviously shows you running's probably quite good for you. So sausage sandwich, latte, a bottle of pop as well, just to try that, start that hydration again. We'll go back and see what the campers are up to, see if they've had breakfast yet. I suspect they have. I think Mr. Motivator might be on shortly, so maybe they've gone to see Mr. Motivator. Anyway, that's it. I'll catch you next time for a few more regular instalments. Normality should be returning now. So thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe. I'll catch you all soon.